Hello, my name is Francesca La Rosa, and today I will be telling you about my life.
Tell me about your family and your early years in Italy.
I was born to Filippo Melfa and Epifania di Leonforte in a small town called Asaro, which is central Sicily up high in the mountains. I don't recall any memories of my young years in Italy. I left Sicily at the age of 4 to come to the United States.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Yes, I have an older sister called Josephine, who was also born in Sicily, and a younger brother, Frank, who was born here in the United States.
Tell me about your journey from Sicily to the United States.
We left Sicily in the year of 1966 on an Italian cruise line ship called the Michelangelo and sailed across the Atlantic Ocean to New York Harbor.
Why did your parents want to leave Italy?
My father's family, his mother, father, and brothers and sisters had left Sicily to find a better life in the United States. So my father decided he also wanted to join his family.
Does part of you ever wish that you never left Italy and that you still lived there and grew up there and raised your family there?
Sometimes I do think about what my life would have been like if we remained in Sicily.
Were there any struggles you had coming to America not speaking a word of English?
Yes, my biggest struggle was starting kindergarten without knowing one word of English. I could not communicate with the other students or the teacher.
When did it start to become easier?
I don't remember, but I guess those few years in kindergarten and first grade, I eventually learned the language.
What was it like growing up in America with Italian parents?
Well, at times it was a struggle, but our family kept the Italian culture, so we grew up keeping traditions. But at times the struggles were with my father being very strict and not letting me live the life of a typical American student.
Were there any good friends that you made growing up in America?
Yes, absolutely. I actually have two friends that I grew up with that I'm still friends with now. We've been friends over 45 years.
Are they Italian as well?
Yes, they are, but
Do,
they were not born in Italy.
do you think that you became good friends with them because they had the same values and morals as your family has?
Yes, my one friend Louisa, absolutely, but my other friend Michelle was had Italian background but was an American.
Would you say that overall you had a good childhood and teenage years living in America?
Yes and no. My childhood years were very memorable years. Since we had a large extended family, I spent most of my time with my grandparents, my aunts and uncles, and lots of cousins. We spent all of our holidays together, all of our weekends together. So that was those are wonderful memories for me. My teenage years were a little difficult because I had a very strict Italian father who observed the old ways.
How old were you when you first started working?
My first job was at the corner bakery, local bakery, and I was 13 years old.
Was it difficult to be working at such a young age?
No, not at all. I would work after school and on the weekends. And it was just, I just had to walk to the corner. And the perks of that was we got to eat as many donuts as we liked.
Did having a job early on in life help you with your future jobs as you got older?
Yes, absolutely. I remember when I first started that job, one of the things that I learned to do is give back change.
What were some other jobs you had?
So I worked in a stationery store, and then I worked as a salesperson for Macy's.
Did you attend college after you completed high school?
Yes, I did. I attended the university at Montclair and earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in computer science.
Was that a hard major?
Yes, it was a difficult major because it had a lot of math classes, but it was a very rewarding major.
Did you get a job as soon as you were done with college in the field of your major?
Actually, I was very fortunate because I started working for Western Union my last semester of college and got paid and earned credits for the work that I did.
And how long did you keep this job after college?
So after I graduated, they offered me a full-time position, and I worked for 11 years.
Are you married today?
Yes, I am. I married a wonderful man. His name is Marcello La Rosa. We've been married for 27 years and have two children.
When and where did you meet your husband?
We actually met in a dance nightclub.
How long ago?
The year was 1985.
And what is his background? What does he do for a living?
He also has a degree in computer science, so we had a lot in common when we initially met.
Was he born in the United States?
No, he was not. He was born in Argentina.
Did you find that you connected well with him because he was also born in a different country like yourself?
Yes, and his parents were also of the Italian heritage.
And how long did you date before you guys got married?
We dated for 3 years.
How did Marcello propose to you?
We went out to dinner, and he dropped the ring in a glass of champagne.
You mentioned that you and Marcello have two children together. Could you tell us about them?
Yes, I have two beautiful girls, Christina, who is 24 and who is a college graduate and working for a market research company, and Angela, who is 21 in her last year of college. And I have to say I'm very proud of my daughters. They have grown up to be beautiful young women.
Was it hard to work and raise your daughters at the same time?
Yes, it was. With my firstborn daughter, I stayed home 6 months to care for her, and then my mother helped to babysit, and I returned back to work part-time, and it was difficult juggling a family life and working. So when my second daughter, Angela, was born, I decided to quit my job and become a full-time mom.
I'm here with Marcello La Rosa, the husband of Francesca. Could you tell us about some of your fondest memories and moments through your life with Francesca?
Oh, good question. Well, let's see. We met almost 30 years ago. I remember I was out one night, and I was out with my friend, and I happened to notice Francesca out on the dance floor. Most beautiful girl out there. And I mustered up enough courage to get out there and walk up to her and ask her if she wanted to dance. She obliged, and we danced through the song. Then shortly thereafter, we spoke. Um, and it was interesting to see how many things we had in common. You know, for just meeting, we both had similar college experience and degrees, and coincidentally, we were both doing the same exact type of work at different companies at the time. So, needless to say, we hit it off from that day. We went out on a couple dates later that week as the time went on. Um, you know, we started dating each other exclusively, which was very nice. Really enjoyed not just her, but her family. She had a very beautiful family, mom, dad, brother, and sister, and an extremely large family of cousins, like 15 cousins and aunts and uncles, which for me was really nice because most of my family's in another country, so I have a very small family here. So it was really nice to see her and her family values.